Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Uh, Today, we are going to present our case study about expanding a cross-border fintech platform in Asia. First thing first, let me introduce myself. My name is Gilbran, and I'm with my partner, Alif and Faisal. Okay, there is four agenda for this presentation. The first one is case main ideas. The second one is operate in wider Asia market. The third one is business model. And the last one is network effect strategy. Okay, for the first slide is overview about the case main ideas. Transweb is a Singapore-based fintech specialized in cross-border payments, multi-currency virtual accounts, and platform-as-a-service solutions. It disrupts traditional banks by offering lower FX spreads, which is in around 1.35 and 1.7% versus banks in 1 to 5%, and supports businesses with API integrations for seamless operations. The company operates in Singapore, Hong Kong, Indonesia, Vietnam, Malaysia, and the UK, with expansions plans for the Greater Bay Area. Its credibility stems from partnerships with 80 plus FX liquidity providers and multiple innovation awards. The COVID-19 pandemic accelerated its growth by exposing inefficiencies in traditional B2B payment systems, driving demand for digital solutions. Despite its success, Transweb faces three main challenges. The first one is expanding further into Asian markets and refining its business model to balance B2B and B2C segments. And for the last one is strengthening network effects to maintain competitiveness. Okay, for the next agenda is operate in wider Asia market. The first slide is about problem identification. So while Transweb has established a presence in key Asia Pacific markets, it struggles with limited brand recognition beyond its current footprint and faces regulatory complexities such as obtaining licenses in multiple jurisdictions, Monetary Authority of Singapore, Hong Kong, Customs, and Bank Indonesia. Competition from entrenched banks and rising fintech players intensifies the difficulty of scaling quickly. Another pain point is ensuring its technology infrastructure can support high volume transactions as it moves into untapped regions like Taiwan and the Greater Bay Area. And for the next slide is about quantitative data plus relevance to Transweb. The first table is about the data, and the second one is about the value projection, and the last one is about the relevance to Transweb. Okay, for the data, Asia Pacific cross-border payments volume projected to reach US dollar 23.8 trillion by 2032. Global B2B cross-border payments market in 2024 estimated at US dollar 31.7 trillion, expected to grow to US dollar 47.8 trillion by 2032. Global cross-border payments market expected to reach US dollar 414.6 billion by 2024, up from US dollar 206.5 billion in 2024. Southeast Asia's e-commerce projected to hit US dollar 325 billion by 2028. For the value and projection, rapid growth of the Asian market and strong expansions in B2B markets and continuous global growth and surge in cross-border e-commerce transactions. For the relevance to Transweb, Transweb can capture this massive growth opportunity by expanding into more Asian countries. Since Transweb focuses on SMEs in the B2B segment, it can tap into trillions of dollars in potential transactions, competing with traditional banks. Validates that Transweb's digital model will remain relevant and sustainable in the long term. SMEs in e-commerce need cross-border solutions. Transweb can position itself as the key enabler. And for the next slide is about the SWOT of operate in wider Asia market. For the first one is the strengths. Competitive FX pricing and robust API-driven platform and strong VC funding and award recognition. For the weakness, moderate growth speed and dependence on external liquidity partners and low consumer awareness. And for the opportunities is Asia's growing demand for low-cost cross-border payment. And for the threats, strict regulations and aggressive incumbents. And for the recommendation is Transweb should prioritize markets with strategic proximity and existing ties such as the Greater Bay Area while leveraging its Hong Kong regional base. Early engagement with local compliance for experts and regulators will minimize licensing delays. Partnerships similar to its white label collaboration with DETS can accelerate entry without having marketing costs. Localized campaigns, especially those aimed at SMEs seeking efficient remittance solutions, can increase awareness. Building scalable infrastructure on Microsoft Azure and enhancing regional customer support will ensure transaction reliability as volume increase.
Okay, so for the question number 2, the problem identification is Transweb competes against traditional banks and money transfer operators or MTOs. And then key challenge differentiating its business model to attract SME. Next. So for the question number 2, it divided into two sections. The first one, there is Transweb BMC, and then on the second slide, is the traditional banking BMC. Next. Okay, for the comparison, the Transweb modern BMC focus on delivering low-cost, fast, and transparent cross-border payments, especially for SME that are often underserved by traditional banks. Its strengths lie in scalability through cloud and IPE integration, efficiency, and SME-centered service. Although it still faces challenges such as limited brand trust and regulatory barriers across different markets. On the other hand, the traditional banks or MTO, BMC relies on their long established trust, wide global reach, and strong regulatory presence, but their model is weighed down by high costs, slow settlement times, lack of transparency, and a weak value proposition for SME. In short, Transweb offer a tech-driven, customer-focused alternative, while traditional banks remain credible but outdated in efficiency and cost effectiveness. So the key point is Transweb is more cheap, scalable, and then SME friendly, but still building credibility. And for the banks or MTO, is more trusted and widespread, but expensive, slow, and less transparent. Next. So for the recommendation, the similarities to MTO is cross-border payments and regulatory compliance. And then the difference is digital first, transparent pricing, and focus on SME, IPE, and enable service. So for the recommendation is position Transweb as a tech-enabled SME partner, not just a transfer service, leveraging its automation and white label capability. Next.
Okay, so for the third question, for the challenge is achieving a scalable market growth in a competitive fintech landscape. So before we're going through that, first we should know what is the network effect strategy. So network effect strategy is when the value of product or service increase as more people use it. This creates a positive feedback. More user attract more new user, which makes the platform or service grow faster and stronger over time. Next. So for the third question, we use a fishbone framework. In this case, the fishbone diagram helps us identify the key driver of Transweb success, which directly connect to its network effect strategy. The factors such as user, technology, partnership, trust, and cost efficiency are not isolated, but reinforcing. For example, more user increase transaction volume, which lowers costs and attracts even more user. Strong technology and API integration make onboarding easier, further accelerating adoption, while partnership and trust expand the ecosystem and credibility. Altogether, this driver creates a self-reinforcing loop where each additional user increase the value of the platform, illustrating how Transweb achieve highly scalable market growth through the network effect. Next slide. So for the recommendation, Transweb achieves scalability by the first one, user attracting user, more transaction, better FX liquidity, and lower cost and new user join. The second one is ecosystem partnership, white label solution, expand reach without heavy marketing spend. For the third one is digital integration, API model, allow exponential scaling into SME system. And last one for the recommendation is continue building strategic alliance, example like with regional banks, e-commerce platform to accelerate network effect that strengthen the competitive both. Next. All right, so that's all from our group. Thank you for your attention. Wabillahi taufiq wal hidayah. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.